lovelies. This is my first IGTV test for this setup, and I've been speaking about wanting to do videos here more frequently, especially because I'm having a break from YouTube. I got the most beautiful package through the post yesterday. I had purchased this 100 ink animals deck from a now dear friend, Jessica. She can be found as 100 ink animals or as Nature's My Friend. So I've got her a little enamel pin. She sent me just the most gorgeous additions to my package as a birthday gift, and I'm really humbled. I'm not going to show all of that today because I'm aware that I am very verbose and chatty and these need to be 10 minutes. It's not a review because I've just got it, but I wanted to come on, quickly show you a few things about the deck, explain why it was an animal deck that caught my eye, and some of the things that I think are just really interesting and really fabulous about this particular deck. I decided to order it in the hard box, which is lovely. This is so well done, and even though the deck's not inside it at the moment, it's actually really easy to get in and out. So lovely little bonus, but if you want to save money you can, and you can buy it in, I think it's a gold pouch. The guidebook that comes with it is just a glorious addition. It's all in alphabetical order. You've got the main keyword, you've got a breakdown of the animal, and then we've even got upright and reversals. You can also buy a bigger book that's got the artwork in it as well, which is absolutely gorgeous. And Jessica did gift it to me, which I'm very thankful for. So you can see every card gets the same amount of treatment. It's really well made. But one of the reasons that I felt really drawn to this deck, because as an animal medicine worker, someone who frequently works with animals and animal decks, one of the things that I'm really drawn to is studying animals scientifically and in their natural environment, living and breathing as they are right here, right now, ways that we can help with conservation, and all of those things are intertwined in my animal medicine. So it's not just a magical or a spiritual practice, and it's something that I personally draw upon a lot more than some of the stories and myths and things like that of animals. It's in there, but it's not the defining factor of how I work with animals, because I believe that if we're going to use them in our day-to-day magic and our spiritual benefit, my belief is I want to learn about the animals and support the animals and help them thrive. And I really felt that this particular project focused on Jessica's study of the animals and their behaviour, and it's made for some really interesting keywords, really unique animals that you don't always see in the deck. I believe it was a bit of a community thing that she had going on where people could suggest animals, and so I was really excited to get it. So I just wanted to talk about the cards and just show you a few of them. We're not going to get time to go through all of them, but that's okay. You can always head over to Jessica to see more. As for size, whilst it's 100 cards, it's superbly easy to shuffle. If anyone has the Compendium of Constellations, it's the same size as that. Also Earthbound Oracle, I Am Power deck. It's got a beautiful linen card stock, which there's only really a sheen to it because my lights are overhead, which is a little frustrating. And here is my first pull from the deck, which was yesterday. You can see her art style's really intricate, and that's one of the things I love about it. It's also why the larger book is, particularly delicious, because you can see these in larger format. So I just wanted to take you through a few of the animals and a few of the keywords, because it's something that stood out for me as someone who's worked with a lot of animal decks, owned a lot of animal decks, and passed a fair chunk on as well. So we've got magpie, because I love them, so I had to pull them to the top, and the keyword is underestimate. Hippopotamus for immerse. bobcat for variety, black buck for necessary, black bear for pace, meerkat for encourage, manatee for placid. So you can see quickly that not only do they have these intricate artwork, but they have just some really interesting keywords. Lunar moth, transient. Like, if you're a bit of a vocabulary nerd like myself, you're really going to enjoy this deck and enjoy how she's pulled from the animals and the words in a way that in most of these animals really stands out as unique, and yet it doesn't detract from the animals at all. And one of the things I would add is that in the book there are quite a depthy description of each card, and it really helps you to understand the keywords. So I'll just find one for you quickly. So we've got Death's Head Hawk Moth. The insect eats the leaves of both nightshade and potato plants. However, they prefer honey over any green stuff. Death's Head Hawk Moth loves raiding beehives for a sweet treat, and surprisingly they often go undetected. Their yellow and dark colouring is perfect for their mimicry, and amazingly they can emulate bee scent with special pheromones. Following the examples of others you admire is a great way to search out your own success. Create motivation by modelling yourself after someone you regard with respect. Note their demeanour, goals, working habits and special traits in order to fine-tune your own set of skills. However, be conscious of only imitating, not copying, as there is a fine line between inspiration and plagiarism. So you learn something about the animal that I would say, whilst behaviour is usually in animal decks to a certain extent, this is the kind of information that I like to add into my animal medicine and something that I really like to draw from. When I found out about Jessica's deck, I was really drawn to that aspect of it in particular. And here you can see, whilst imitate is kind of the key phrase, you've got other ones here and you've also got reversals. And I felt really compelled to show you the 100th card, which was human and the keyword consciousness. And I'm not going to spoil the discussion of this being in there, other than to say that I was really glad that it was in there. I resonated with what Jessica said, and I wonder if it's a self-portrait, I must ask, but it's a beautiful addition and works really well for me and my practice. Hopefully this has been a fun, quick little look into this deck. This is very new to me, doing this particular type of short, quick view, and it's difficult to get everything that I want in one go, but this was just a walkthrough, and I'll be sure to do some reviews in the future as well. So let me know what you think about the setup, and I'd love to hear what you think about the deck. Other than that, have a lovely day.